country on a farm like me, then the barn's the tallest building that you ever will see. We get up in the morning, we go out and feed the chicks, and riding on our horses is how we get our kicks. Yodelay, oh yodelay, a life in the country is the life for me.
In Lewis Worth's Urbanism as a Way of Life, variables of population size, density, and heterogeneity are used to differentiate urban from rural communities. According to Lewis Worth, urbanism brings a breakdown in primary relationships, thus resulting in low well-being.
Western, one up. Burn one.
As these variables intensified in the city, individuals started to limit their social contacts. This brought about the loosening of social bonds and the weakening of social supports.
Money. You make a pile and raise a pile. That makes another pile for you. Follow the crowd. We've reached 1 million, 2 million, 5 million. Watch us grow. Going up. It's new. It's automatic. It dictates, records, seals, sterilizes, stamps, and delivers in one operation without human hand. What am I bid? What am I offered? Sold. Who's next? The people, yes. Follow the crowd to the Empire City, the Wonder City, the Windy City, the Passion City. The people, yes.
We've got to move.
And so they join the stream of family life in the suburbs, soon to become part of its familiar sights, soon to absorb its familiar sounds.
Anybody home?
Suburban people have more rural farm people than do central city people. Therefore, for the purpose of this analysis, rural suburbia will be measured against well-being in the city. Living in a central city exposes the individual to more heterogeneous people and crowds in the neighborhood and in daily activities than does living in a suburb.
Yeah, like I live in the city. My pad's on a very neat street, and hanging out on the stoop in front is where the cats all meet. Dig what I mean? We jam into subways or buses when we want to go downtown, and a game of stickball in the gutter is the coolest game around.
Worth defines cities as places of alienation, loneliness, unhappiness, and low well-being. By conducting a questionnaire with 750 randomly selected individuals across 3 metropolitan areas, Worth's determinist theory was analyzed against the effects of urbanization on kin, neighbors, friends, and strangers. These relationships were measured by the frequency of respondents visiting relatives, friends, and by the frequency of sharing 8 types of marital companionship. Half of these questionnaires were sent to high-density central cities, and the rest to lower-density suburban spaces. Social psychological well-being was measured in terms of 10 positive to negative feelings of individuals, followed by 4 positive or negative feelings felt by an individual's marriage and spouse. These positive items range from feeling proud to feeling on top of the world. Negative items included feeling depressed, lonely, unhappy, anxious, and upset at being criticized.
You play here?
The scale, which measures 4 positive or negative feelings a person has about their marriage and spouse, includes items of being happy with the marriage to thinking one would be happier if married to another person.
Hi, can I have a medium vanilla latte, please?
Vanilla latte, anything else?
No, that's it.
$5.35, have enough then.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Positive path coefficients between two metropolitan areas examined fail to support the determinist theory that urbanism leads to a breakdown of primary relationships. In this case, determinist theory is definitely not supported. If anything, friendship tends to be higher in more urban settings. Based on the findings for kinship path, determinist theory is still not supported. Urbanism does not have much of an impact on kin visiting, nor does it have an effect on companionship. More commonly now, we see that events and social happenings are being organized online with the use of social media in order to bring geographically spaced people together. Both city and suburban dwellers frequent cafes, parks, religious establishments, community centers, and partake in social events. Overall, findings rejected the determinist theory. There is little support that urbanism weakens or destroys intimate social life. It is important to note that the paths for friendship, kinship, and marriage between suburban and central city people did not differ significantly. This shows that social relations between the city core and the suburbs are becoming more fluid and alike. It wouldn't seem that the cities we are building today hinder human interaction, inclusion, or intimacy. With the lack of notable difference between the social-psychological well-being of city and suburban dwellers, and even through the erasing of spatial boundary with the use of online social media, our perspective remains pessimistic on Lewis Wirth's determinist theory.
Skip out of the